Previously on our Pokemon XG adventures, we got 2 of the 3 legendary beasts. Now the plan is to get the 3rd legendary beast in this video. However, as the way life rolls, things don't always go to plan. And unfortunately today is not one of those days. Still, I can promise a legendary Pokemon before the end of the video. This is the story of said adventure. Alright, as much as my heart wants to get that Kyogre, I think it would be more on theme if we hunt for Entei next. And since Suicune was obviously in the water area, I have a pretty strong hunch where Entei could possibly be. Because that's just... Actually, hold on. Ironically enough, Mount Bad was not my first thought. But now that I think about it, I should check there first before making the trek all the way to Cinnabar Isles. Who am I kidding? Where would they have squeezed a freaking legendary, like, right in the middle of the walkway, inside the stadium, with even less room, where people can obviously see? Oh well. Someday, we will finish up Mount Battle. I just don't know how sidetracked I want to get with hunting for legendaries first. You know, random thought, what if they put a random legendary Pokemon inside Gateon Port? Like, we already got the 2 water legendaries accounted for that could possibly show up in the Gen 3 game. Yeah, I really wish I raised up Swiper a bit more because it would be fantastic to use them. But there's no way you survive more than 1 hit. You know, what about you, Lugia? Do you have anything that could be use? I've gotta use this Lugia at least a couple times, and it might be good for chipping away at Pokemon's HP. We'll give it a shot. As I was saying before I got ultimately distracted, now that we got the second most obvious place to hide the Entei taken care of, why don't we go take a look at the first obvious? Like, surely it's on Cidark Isle somewhere. I just can't think off the top of my head where would be a good place to put this thing. And it's a little bit out of the way for a legendary hunt. Yeah, now I think about it, there isn't really a good place to put an overworld Pokemon in this dungeon, is there? You know, I go a little too far, I might instigate the final boss all over again. Huh. Don't recall that being there before. Also, hi Grieville. I thought we took care of you already, but how deep down this rabbit hole do I want to go before my common sense kicks in and goes, there's no way they hide a legendary Pokemon in the final dungeon. It would surely be in the town or somewhere. Cause like you... I'm gonna purify all these shadow Pokemon just from running around trying to find Entei, aren't I? Like, this feels like a complete waste of time, but I gotta check to see if the volcano Pokemon are in the volcano. Also, apparently I never picked up these revives? Well, I sure did now. Okay, I'm probably overthinking this, but surely you can't call me mad for wanting to go into the one area of this game that has lava to look for a fire legendary Pokemon. I'll be honest. I had a hunch Groudon would be here too, but for some reason I thought I would run into Entei first? I guess we'll come back for you later, buddy. Also, I'm glad I decided to restart the recording before the second night before I went into a lava room. Cause yeah, that kinda caught me off guard. Also, this is gonna throw a wrench in everything, but I really don't want to backtrack here just for Groudon. So I'm kind of pondering if I don't find Entei here, if I should just go back and get Groudon while I'm in the general area. Which sucks, because this would just defeat both my morals of not getting all the legendary beasts first, and getting Groudon before getting my actual favorite legendary. I guess it's safe to say that Kyogre is my favorite legendary. I almost would want to, like, do a lineup of all the legendary Pokemon just to be sure. But nah, I'm pretty confident Kyogre is my favorite legendary. I always had an affinity towards water. And I like blue. As a giant whale. I have warmed up more to Groudon over the years because my Groudon in Pokemon Go is like an MPV. I use it in Master League battles, whenever that's a thing in Pokemon Go Battle League. I use it in raids, I use it against Team Rocket. I use it for pretty much everything in Pokemon Go. With its Legacy Fire Punch move and Earthquake, there's a lot going on with Groudon. So I guess we're gonna get 3 legendary Pokemon in some shape or form. Let me give a couple attempts, just see how things go from there. I still can't believe we're going to get Groudon before either Entei or Kyogre. But this does just seem the most logical time to do it. Because this place, I really don't want to have to backtrack for this entire dungeon just to get it later. Which one was the move that cut HP in half? I think it was Shadow Madness. Yeah, that sure looks like the HP cut in half sort of ordeal. And yep, saw that coming a mile away. That's why I didn't lead out with Breloom. It also makes me kind of ponder how I'm going to get this thing asleep because, like, I'm definitely going to need it asleep to catch a Groudon. Though I kind of just realized I don't think I'm even really prepared to try and catch a Groudon. Like, I don't think I have the proper Pokeballs for it. Well, maybe it'll just waste all of his special attack on Lugia, and when I do finally bring the room in here, the move will do practically nothing. Well, should have saw that coming. Every legendary Pokemon so far has had it. But sure, just go ahead. Use up all your power. Use up all your special attack. More ideally, use up all your power points for overheat. That's also good. Well, I did tell you all that we were going to use Shadow Lugia at least once before purifying it. I'm not sure how many of you expected it to be this way, as like a glorified false swiper. But we did at least get use out of it. And there's no denying the value that has brought to the team in the task that it's doing. I should have saw that coming. Groudon, if you were so tired, you could have just waited one more turn, and I could have put you to sleep. Well, assuming that I wasted his overheats, it at least can't be much of a threat to me. Also, I think it is Gen 3 weather because we haven't seen the sun come out in a while. I don't know what words were trying to slip out of my mouth. Certainly not that. Okay. Great. Now, what Pokeball do I want to catch you in? It would be cool in a Shade Ball, but I should probably save that for an actual Shadow Pokemon. There's still like 15 more to get. Don't get as many Pokeballs as I thought I would. Maybe I should have stocked up more on Ultra Balls. It's tempting. Now I'm gonna go for a Timer Ball. I think enough time has passed. It looks slightly cooler in this rather than the flat-out Ultra Ball. First ball! Wow. Maybe I'll just put all the legendary Pokemon into one video. It's a thought. The video would probably be too big to do this, but I can't deny that the temptation is there. We'll see how things pan out in editing. Anyway, speaking of all the talk about Groudon and Pokemon Go, in honor of that, I'm gonna name this Groudon after my Pokemon Go Groudon, Callie. Which, yeah, is named after the Squid Sister Callie. I can't even remember why I did that. But it's Sing and Go, so it's a thing in here. Now to walk all the way back out of Cinnabar Isles. Off screen, so you don't have to deal with the hardship of that red flashing. And I might just go out the long way, just to assure that I'm not missing out on anything. Well, it wasn't the legendary I was looking for, but we did get a legendary from here. That much is certain. Kinda sucks because that was my biggest giveaway. Fire Pokemon at the volcano area. Well, at least we got a legendary today. Next video we'll get the Entei. Even if it doubles the video length to do so. Even if we have to search the entire Ori region, and then search it again, just to figure out where the heck this fire dog is located. Until then though, take care.